Hi, Kosgi.
Fine, children. We have already completed the lesson trip to Goa, and we have seen how Murali and Pallavi had enjoyed over there in Goa. So after that enjoyment, now we have got some grammar to learn. And okay, I'll write a sentence. Murali plays with sand. Children sleep. Sarala owns a new bag. Okay, so I have written three sentences. Murali plays with the sand. Children sleep. Sarala owns a new bag. Right? Now, when we look at these sentences, plays, sleep, owns, these three are verbs, isn't it? They are called the verbs. So what do they show basically? What do the verbs show? Yeah, verbs can show action. As Murali plays with the sand, playing is an action, isn't it? Yeah. So in this sentence, this is an action. The second sentence, the children sleep, it's a state of being. Sleeping is not an action. We are not acting as sleeping. Right? Now, he owns a bag, a new bag. Here, it shows possession. Okay? So, verbs basically show action, state of being and possession. Right? So, plays is a verb which shows an action. Sleep is a verb which shows a state of being. And owns is a verb which shows a possession. Right? Sometimes what happens is, we may have to, to complete the meaning of the sentence, we may have to add some more words. For example, we may say, Murali is playing with sand. Okay, earlier we wrote only play or plays. Now, Murali is playing with the sand. Now, children have slept. Okay, children have slept. Earlier we wrote only sleep. Sarala owns a new bag. Okay. Now, here in two sentences we have made some changes. Earlier it was plays. Now he is playing. Two words are there. Is playing. Here, have slept. Have slept. Right? So, now, Murali is playing with the sand. So, in these two words, is playing, both these together forms the verb actually. Both is playing together is called the verb. Right? Have slept together is called the verb. Clear? Now, in these two words, only one word shows the action. Only one word shows the state of being, isn't it? Right? So what is that word? In the first sentence, we have playing. In the second sentence, we have a slept. That is a word that shows an action or a state of being. Isn't it? And what about the second word? Here is, here have. What do? They help. What do? They help. Whom do they help? Whom do they help? The main verb. The verb here. Okay. So these are words which help these words to complete its meaning. Okay. These are words which help these words to complete its meaning. Now, these words are known as main verb. So, what is a main verb? A main verb is a word that shows an action, a state of being, or possession. Right? An action, a state of being, or possession is expressed by a main verb. Right? So, when main verb has to complete its meaning, some other words help them. And now, we call these words helping verbs. Right? So, when we use some words to help the meaning of a main verb in a sentence, we call them helping verbs. Right? And which are the helping verbs that we have in English? Is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, can, could, shall, should, may, might, will, would. Okay. So, which are the helping verbs in English language? Is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, can, could, shall, should, may, might, will, would. Okay. So, these are the helping verbs in English language. They are also known as the auxiliary verbs. Okay. So, they are either called the helping verbs or the auxiliary verbs. So, these helping verbs or the auxiliary verbs help the main verb in a sentence to complete its meaning. Got it? That's it. So, verbs are the words that show or express action, state of being and possession. Sometimes we use some other words also along with the verb to complete its meaning. Such words are known as helping verbs. Okay? The helping verbs in English language are is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, can, could, shall, should, will, may, might, will, would. Right? So now we have an activity based on this. We will do that and continue. So children, we have seen the lesson visit to Goa. Grammar part in that also, isn't it? The verbs in that particular lesson. So now we have got a set of activities or exercises to do related to what we have learned about the verbs, right? So the first one here is read the following sentences, circle the helping verb and underline the main verbs. Write them in a separate columns in your notebook. So we have learned about the helping verbs and we have discussed the main verbs also, isn't it? Yeah. So in these 5 sentences given there are helping verbs and main verbs in that. Both helping and main verbs are there in that. what should we do? We should put the helping verb inside a box or circle, and the main verb need to be underlined. Okay. So I'll read them one by one, and we will do this activity. Right. So Murali is making a sand castle. So in that, Murali is making a sand castle. In this sentence, is making is the verb part, isn't it? Is making is the verb part. Now in that, is the helping verb and making is the main verb, isn't it? Is the helping verb and making is the main verb. So is I will put inside this box, and making I will underline. Right? So Murali is making a sand castle is a sentence. In that, is making is the verb part. In that, is the helping verb and making is the main verb. Clear? Now, Murali was lighting a candle at the church. Murali was lighting a candle at the church. What is the verb part in this? Was lighting, isn't it? Was lighting. And what is the helping verb in that? Was is the helping verb, isn't it? Lighting is the main verb. So what should we do? We should put the was inside a box, and lighting need to be underlined. Right? So Murali was lighting a candle at the church is the sentence. Was is a helping verb which we have put in the box, and lighting is a main verb. We have underlined that. We were watching the setting sun. We were watching the setting sun. What is the verb part in that? Were watching, isn't it? Were watching is the verb part. In that, were is the helping verb and watching is the main verb, isn't it? Where is the helping verb? Watching is the main verb. So we will put the verb in the box, and watching we will underline. Okay. I am eating arroz. So what is the verb part in this? I am eating arroz. Am eating, isn't it? Am eating is a verb part. In that, am is the helping verb, eating is the main verb, isn't it? Am is the helping verb, eating is the main verb. So we will put am inside the box, and we will underline eating. They have eaten dinner. They have eaten dinner. What is the verb part in this? Have eaten, isn't it? Have eaten is the verb part. And in that, have is the helping verb and eaten is the main verb, isn't it? Have is the helping verb, eaten is the main verb. So we will put have inside the box, and eaten we will underline. Okay? We will submit it and check yes. So Murali is making a sandcastle is the first sentence, in which is the helping verb and making is the main verb. Murali was lighting a candle at the church is the second sentence. In that, was is a helping verb and lighting is a main verb. We were watching the setting sun. Word is the helping verb and watching is the main verb. I'm eating arroz. I'm eating arroz. Am is the helping verb. Eating is the main verb. They have eaten dinner. Have is the helping verb and eaten is the main verb. So I'll keep the screen the same for another 5 minutes so that you can read the sentences again. Okay. Okay. Now we'll go on to the next one.